It's Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Today is Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, and welcome to my Flosstube. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you have to see today and find a reason to subscribe and come back in the future. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again, and I'm glad to have you here to see my progress of what I got up to in October. So, I had about 100 new subscribers after my last regular Flosstube video. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. It's great to have you here, and I hope that you continue following along on my cross-stitch journey. So today, what I have for you is I have a shout out, and then I have my progress on all of my whips. I worked on them all in October. And then I have a little bit of haul. October was my birthday month, so I got some birthday presents and I'm excited to share them with you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And first of all, I would like to shout out Jen at Jen's Stitchy Corner. And she is going to be doing a month of full coverage for November. So she's going to be doing a video every day for the month of November. So if you're not following her, go along and check her out and see all the wonderful full coverage stuff she gets up to in the month. So as far as my progress in October goes, I did 17,592 stitches. Of those, 12,880 were full coverage stitches and 4,712 were non-full coverage stitches. So this month was about an average month for me so far for the year. However, I did have the highest number of non-full coverage stitches that I've had this year. So that's exciting. One of my pieces is spooky, and so I felt it was appropriate to work on it a lot extra in October. And so we'll get into that in a little bit. So I thought I would start off with my daily 30 piece. This is Pixie Lane, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is designed by Pine Needles, and it was a free sale that they did a couple of years ago, and I don't think it's available anymore. And this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. And since then, I worked on it for 18 days in the month of October, and I did 1,133 stitches. And here it is now. So here's the whole thing, and this is stitched on 32 count frog prints lugana from Grace Knits Fabrics. So I'll pull it in a little closer. So when I began the month of October, I had a small start on the acorn house. I had a little bit of the top done and about half of the greenery done. So I finished that up, and then I started working on the last house, which is the mushroom house. It's got a white stalk, so that might be a little hard to see. And the mushroom house is almost done, so I have a couple of windows and maybe a quarter of the white stalk left to go. And then there will be a dragonfly and a bee that I need to add in. And then this piece will be finished. So here's the whole thing. And I'm really happy with how this one is turning out. I love having a woodland themed piece in my rotation, and a lot of times I just find myself thinking, oh, I wish I was stitching a mushroom. So this has been a great piece to pull that out whenever I feel that feeling. So the next piece I have to show you, this is my spooky themed piece that I felt was appropriate for October. This is Poltergeist Pirates by Glendon Place, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is stitched on 28 count LeStrange lugana from Atomic Ranch Fabrics, and this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. And since then, I worked on it for 8 days, and I did 3,579 stitches. So this is the piece that really pushed me over the edge to having the most non-full coverage stitches in a month so far this year. And this one's big, so I put it on my board. And here's the whole thing. So since last time I showed it to you, I worked on pulling down this mast and the bottom edge of the sail, and then I backstitched all of this. I put in this entire mast with the sail, and in the few days leading up to Halloween, I worked on the skeleton and I put all of him in. So this is looking really good. I have heard people say that you should save the exciting parts for the end because there's going to be a lot of brown in this piece in the hull of the ship. But there's still the moon, the ocean, there's the dragon part on the front of the ship, and the parrot. So I thought just for the month of October I would reward myself with something exciting. Although I do love stitching on this piece. The fabric is wonderful to work on. The needle glides right through. The stitches lay really nicely. I love this one. So that's Poltergeist Pirates. Now let's get into my full coverage stitching. So I've got 3 full coverage projects, and the first one I'm going to show you, this is Victorian Christmas Eve, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is artwork by the Cross Stitch Arts, which is Sandy Littlejohn and Deborah Lester. And this is a picture of what it looked like last time I showed it to you. This is stitched 2/2 full cross on 32 count pearl gray lugana. And since the last time I showed this to you, I did 1,797 stitches and worked on it for 4 days. So here's the whole thing. And I am now at 83.56%. So I crossed over the 80% threshold this month. And I was working on this window here. So I believe I already had a little bit of the blue in. So I filled in the whole window with the Christmas tree and the little reflection of a person inside the building. And this crossed over into the last page of the pattern. So there's 6 pages in the pattern, and I'm now working on the last page, which is exciting. So this piece, my goal is to do 1,260 stitches on it each month. So I'll be aiming for that again in the month of November. And if I do that and then dedicate 1 page of back stitching each month after I've completed it, then this will be finished in time for next Christmas. So that's exciting. And I believe that there are just about 10,000 stitches left in this. So really getting close to the finish line, and can really see that coming up soon. The next one I'm going to show you, this is Ornament Log Cabin Home, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is artwork by Dominic Davison, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it looked like last time I showed it to you, and this is stitched 1/1 full cross on 25 count easy count lugana. And I'm going to show you where I worked. So this month I did 2,716 stitches, and I worked on filling in the truck and the stairs in the cabin. I worked on this for 24 hours of cross stitch, and I'm really happy with how much I got done. I love that you can see like the hubcap on the truck. It's looking good. So I'll pull this back so you can see the whole thing that I have so far. This is at 79.32%. So this one is another one that will cross over the 80% threshold this month. And my goal is to do 2,200 stitches on this every month, and that will get me a finish in time for its birthday next October. Isn't it so pretty? Love it. And the last piece I have to show you, this is my focus piece for the year. And this is Once Upon a Fairytale. And this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is artwork by Jenna and Della, Grottaglia, Maldonado. And it's turned by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. This is stitched 1/1 full cross on 28 count easy count lugana. And since the last time I showed this to you, I've put in 8,367 stitches. And here's the whole thing. That door is looking really good. So, in the month of October, I finished this page, and I got a good head start on this page. So my goal is to get this to 25% by the end of November, and it's currently at 23.63%. So I had been trying to do 7,600 stitches a month on it to get to the 25%, and I'm ahead of schedule, so I have fewer than that to get done this month. And so I think that I will exceed my goal of 25%. It's looking so good. So that is all of my projects and everything that I have to show you. Now I've got a little bit of haul. Like I said, it was my birthday in the month of October, so I got some not Christmas presents, birthday presents. So I'm gonna put in a couple of pictures of the patterns that I got. So these are from my sisters, and one of them, these are both Animal Crackers by Stacy Nash. And so I got Lily, which is the frog, and Pieroy, which is the slug. I saw Amy Loves Toads working on Lily and really drew me in. I think these guys are so cute. And I have heard of people stitching these 1/1 and making little tiny animal crackers, and I think that's a good idea. So I might do that, future plans. And then for my birthday, I'm working on the Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Christmas Village. And I've noticed that some of them have started to go out of stock and haven't been restocked in a while. So a lot of these are going for like $30 on eBay, which is a lot more than they originally cost. So when I saw some for a good price, I went ahead and bought a bunch of them. So for my birthday treat to myself, I got 6 of these. So we've got Village Bakery, St. Nicholas Cathedral, Firehouse, Citibank, Schoolhouse, and Daily News. So I really want to get the Train Depot, but I haven't seen that one for a good price in a while. So I'm holding out hope that I'll find that one eventually. And then I got some fabric. So for my birthday present from my parents, I got a full yard of 25 count easy count. And just look at how thick this is. And I picked up the package from the mailbox and I was like, wow, that is heavy. I started a museum shelf on a yard of 28 count, and I don't remember it being as heavy as this 25 count. So I'm planning on restarting the museum shelf on this 25 count. So now I've got this and I'm ready to go. And then I'm in the Color Wheel Club from Color and Cotton. And so what it is it's 4 months of one piece of fabric each month in a color family. So I signed up for the first series, which was blue. And so this is the bold color, and this is blueberry. That's pretty good color. So I get 28 count even weave lugana. And this is pretty. I really like Color and Cotton fabric because it's not too heavily modeled. And so they already had signups for the next series of the color wheel, which is going to be purple, which I did not sign up for, but my friend Dawn Marie at DM's Crafty Vortex, she signed up for it. So if you're interested in seeing those purple colors as they come out, go check out her video. And then I saw some fabric on Dawn Marie's video and it enabled me. So she got some fabric from These Missing Stitches. And that's Lynn, and Lynn also has a Flosstube channel, and so you should check her out. I think that she finished the Grand Library, so huge full coverage pieces. So if you enjoy full coverage, be sure to check her out. And she has her own fabric dyeing business. And Dawn Marie said that the fabric wasn't too heavily modeled, which is what I like. So I went and I tried to test it out. So this is Magical Matilda. Let's see if I can get a good color. It's a nice green, and I got the 28 count even weave. I think that's a pretty good color. Maybe a little bit more green than that. Looks a little gray in camera. But yeah, I'm excited with this, and happy with my purchases. So that is all of my haul. So just to recap, for Victorian Christmas Eve, my goal this month is to do about 1,200 stitches. Ornament Log Cabin Home is to do 2,200 stitches. And Fairytale is to get it to 25%, which I believe is less than 7,000 stitches. So those are my plans moving forward. And I just wanted to say, I really appreciate all of you that are subscribed to my channel. The YouTube statistics tell me that 80% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you like my projects and you enjoy seeing my progress every month, I'd really encourage you to subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified when I put out a new video. That way you won't miss any updates and you'll be able to follow along on my progress. So thank you to all of those who do decide to subscribe. And thank you all for coming along and sharing in my cross-stitch journey. So I'll love you and leave you, and I will be back at the end of November with my November progress. See y'all later.